What's going on, guys? Rob here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Combiner Wars Decepticon Viper. This is a repaint slash retooling of Power Glide, of course, from the Combiner Wars series. It is Decepticon Viper, and this is an homage to the old G.I. Joe toy, the Cobra Rattler, as well as the pilot for that, which we'll get into once we've opened up the figure. But as you can see, he's got a new color scheme going on here. He's got some retooling done as well, and we'll check that out once we've got him opened up. You can combine him to form Galvatronus. He becomes a gun, I guess, to be used with Galvatronus or whoever you want. But anyway, there's a little blurb here. It says, Decepticon Viper, a quick strike attack drone who can take a pounding and keep flying. He's got three modes, of course, the A10, the robot mode, and the weapon mode. So we'll see if this guy holds together a little bit better than the original version of this mold, or if it's still, you know, kind of floppy, but I have high hopes. It looks really cool. I love the Cobra emblem on the chest, and we'll get to that in just a moment as well. So I'm going to go ahead, open this guy up, and we will check him out right now. Okay, guys, so here is the Decepticon Viper in vehicle mode, and as you can see, it's a very nice shade of purpley blue or indigo. We got the windows, which are a nice gunmetal, and of course the Cobra symbol, the Cobra / Decepticon symbol on the wing. Really, really cool looking. I'm a big fan of that. And of course, over here is Z06. I don't know what that's a reference to. I do apologize, but this figure itself is a reference to the Cobra Rattler, which was a vehicle that came out way back in like 84, 85, which was a it was an A10, just like Power Glide, but this was a Cobra A10, and it was in basically this color, and came with a pilot, Wild Weasel, whose face they used for the sculpt for this Viper figure. So that's really cool, and I'll show that off, you know, when we get to that point. But actually, it's very nicely done. The back wings are a little bit loose, but actually they're more stiff than Power Glide here, and I'll show you guys a quick comparison between these two guys. So they are basically the same mold. The only real difference here is the head mold. So the head is a completely new mold. As you can see, Power Glide has a little gun here. This guy has a much more rounded nose cone. So you've got that going on. But other than that, they are, as far as I can tell, the same mold. So you got that. Now, to transform this guy is the exact same as Power Glide. We're just going to flip tail fins back. We're going to go ahead and split the legs here. Get this little piece up with the red targeting reticle there. Pull this entire bit back and just lock that in like so. We're going to take the wings and unpeg them. Swing them around, swing them up, and plug them into the sides here. And we're going to spin the head around. And that's where you can see the Wild Weasel homage with the red face and the aviator glasses. And again, the really, really cool looking Cobra / Decepticon logo on the chest there. And we just bring the... whoopsie daisy. Bring the arms out. Oh, okay. Well, maybe his arms are a little more loose than Power Glide's. That didn't happen to me the first time, and they don't feel loose. Obviously, they're not loose. I can hold him by the arm and shake him, and the shoulders don't droop. But I guess they just didn't quite stay in the ball socket. So, and then of course bring the feet down, and there you have it. So there he is. Wee-ha, fun times. So again, the differences are none except for the head sculpt, of course, which I'm not going to bother transforming Power Glide here. I'll just turn his head around and you can see the difference in the head sculpt. Pretty obvious. So, very, very cool. And of course, the Autobot logo versus the Decepticon / Cobra logo. This guy is meant to be an army builder, a drone, so that's pretty cool. It's good that he turns into a weapon. I think that works. in his favor. So let's check out the weapon mode real quick. Actually, let's check out articulation. It's just, some of you may not be familiar with this figure. The head does rotate. It's not on a ball joint, it's just on a swivel, but it does rotate. Shoulders are ball joints, as you saw before. And he's got really nice deep elbows, and of course painted missile pods in the arms this time, which is super nice. I mean, I know Power Glides was painted, but this is actually like gold instead of black, so it actually sticks out a lot more. And it's not painted inside, but the shadow just makes the inside look darker, so it actually looks like a lot more detailed than Power Glide's just kind of black missile pods. So he does have that movement in the shoulder. No waist swivel. He's got ball jointed hips. He's got ball jointed knees, and he's got a swivel in the foot. Well, like a hinge in the foot, like so. It can go back and forth just for transformation. So to turn this guy into a weapon, what you want to do is you want to leave the wings as they are. We'll go ahead and turn his head around for vehicle mode, just like so. Whoop. Okay, we're going to peg the legs together and put the feet up like that. And you can actually bring these out again. You want to push the engine thrusters down. Don't push them too far because they'll just slide right off the little rails that they're on. So just push them a little bit and just keep that like that. You can see kind of the front of the gun taking shape. And now you just want to fold the arms up like you would for vehicle mode and plug them in on the sides here to reveal those missile pods. And then the very last thing you want to do is actually, we're going to come back here, undo everything I just did because it didn't work out, but you want to bring the landing gear down. It does have landing gear. It's just right in the front here. And there we go. Plug everything back together. Whee! Alright, so like so, and then there you go. That's his weapon mode. So he can be held by any of the large scale Combiner Wars figures, or he could even be held by a very strong grip of one of your regular guys. Oh, okay, so maybe there is no problem with the mold. Maybe it's just, well, not the mold, but he can be held basically by anybody with a 5mm port compatible hand. So pretty much most of your Transformers can hold this guy. And you know, overall, he's just, I really enjoy the Power Glide mold. I think it's a really fun figure and a really nice homage to Power Glide. And this guy, I think, is awesome to have, you know, a fun toy like that, but it's also kind of an army builder mode, somebody that doesn't necessarily have a real story behind it, but is still a fun homage to the 80s, to G.I. Joe and Cobra and all that stuff. So you can really just kind of enjoy the figure for what it is rather than necessarily the nostalgia behind it, but you can still do that. Does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. It's just a good figure. It holds up well. The mold holds up well. And you know, it's a lot of fun. It's nice and posable, and it's enjoyable to transform and play with, and it can double as a weapon. So very, very cool. I enjoy it. That is going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. I've got more Transformers coming up real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.